Chapter 71. Shadows in the Network. The city above slept uneasily, unaware that beneath its streets, Sub-Level 7's pulse of activity had reached a new level of intensity. Nova's hum filled the lab, a constant reminder of both vigilance and power. Alara stood at the central console, eyes scanning multiple feeds as lines of code scrolled faster than any human could fully comprehend. Draven was at the communications hub, coordinating team movements, while the rest of the crew monitored surveillance and defense systems. A subtle alert pinged across Nova's interface. Anomalous activity detected in urban network nodes. Unscheduled data transmissions originating from multiple critical infrastructure points. Probability of operator involvement 94%. Alara's heart tightened. They're moving beyond sublevel 7. The operator is testing our response in real time across the city. Nova, map the affected nodes and prioritize threat containment. Mapping complete. 4 primary nodes compromised: electrical grid, water management, emergency services communications, and traffic control systems. All nodes show signs of adaptive interference designed to maximize chaos and human confusion. Draven leaned over her shoulder, voice tense. They're hitting every system simultaneously. If they succeed, even partially, it could bring the city to a standstill, and casualties are inevitable. Alara's fingers danced over the keyboard. Nova's AI algorithms forming a predictive lattice over the compromised nodes. We need to isolate their influence, cut off communication channels, and force the operator to reveal themselves. Nova, implement firewall overlays and deceptive feedback loops. Make them believe their manipulations are working while we regain control. Acknowledged, Nova said, initiating countermeasures. Probability of success 73% under current conditions. Increased risk if operator adapts faster than projected. Outside, the city lights flickered. A subtle stutter that only a trained eye would notice. Traffic signals cycled erratically, causing confusion, but no accidents yet. Utility monitoring systems showed minor fluctuations, quickly stabilized by automated countermeasures. But the operator's fingerprints were clear. This was a precision attack, not random disruption. Draven's communicator buzzed. Team Bravo reports unusual signal interference in the subway network. Possible operator intrusion. Requesting immediate directives. Alara's gaze sharpened. Nova, deploy adaptive protocol to shield transportation nodes. Draven, relay to Bravo. Maintain operational integrity. Avoid engagement unless absolutely necessary. And report anomalies immediately. As the countermeasures rolled out, Nova's interface pulsed, highlighting subtle inconsistencies in the operator's attack vectors. Each fluctuation suggested a pattern, but one deliberately obfuscated, forcing Alara to think in layers of prediction, misdirection, and deception. They're clever, Alara murmured. They want us to follow predictable responses. Every intervention we make will be monitored, analyzed, and countered if we reveal too much. Draven's eyes narrowed. Then we mislead them. Make our responses unpredictable. Nova, simulate false vulnerabilities. Feed the operator decoy signals and phantom nodes. Let them believe chaos is spreading where it isn't. The lab's holographic projections flickered as Nova executed the plan. Virtual anomalies appeared across city grids, phantom malfunctions that weren't real but looked convincing. Security nodes, power conduits, and water flow systems all seemed compromised, while the actual infrastructure remained stable, subtly reinforced by Nova's rapid calculations. The operator's voice echoed faintly through intercepted channels, calm but taunting. Interesting. Deviations detected. You are adapting. But adaptation without foresight is meaningless. Observe closely, and perhaps you will learn. Alara's pulse quickened. They're watching, predicting, trying to learn from us. Every move we make is part of their experiment. Suddenly, a new alert flashed. A hospital node showed a critical override attempt. Life support systems were targeted with an energy pulse designed to disrupt patient monitoring. Draven's face went pale. That's a direct threat to civilians, he said. We can't risk it. Nova, isolate that node immediately. Engage emergency override. Override engaged. Probability of patient safety maintained 98%. Operator interference neutralized, Nova confirmed. Alara exhaled, tension coiling in her chest. We can't let this escalate further. Operator is testing our priorities, seeing how we respond when stakes are human lives, not just infrastructure. Draven moved to the comms panel. Team Charlie reports similar activity near the financial district. Automated banking nodes attempting unauthorized fund transfers. We're seeing simultaneous chaos across multiple sectors. Alara's mind raced. Every signal, every node, every anomaly was a thread in the operator's larger plan. We can't fight every node individually. Nova, deploy a layered containment strategy. Prioritize human safety and critical infrastructure. For less critical systems, let decoys absorb the interference. We need a triage approach. The AI pulsed in agreement. Containment deployed. Probability of operator adaptation to decoys 65%. System integrity maintained across primary nodes. Even as they worked, subtle fractures began to appear in the team. Fatigue, stress, and the operator's manipulations created tension. One analyst hesitated before executing a critical override, and another second guessed a security protocol. Nova flagged both instances immediately. Alara intervened swiftly. Listen carefully. Hesitation is the operator's weapon. Trust your instincts, rely on your training, and follow protocol. Every delay gives them advantage. Draven added, voice firm. We're a team, not a collection of individuals. We act together, we think together, and we adapt together. Do not let fear or doubt fracture us. The operator's subtle laughter echoed through intercepted channels. Excellent. Tension. Misalignment. Internal conflict. Observe how they strain under pressure. How loyalties fray. The network is not the only battlefield. Alara's teeth clenched. They're learning from us. Every second we struggle, they gain data. Nova, we need to accelerate adaptive protocols, mask our real time responses, simulate delays, create phantom errors to confuse them. The lab became a hive of calculated activity. Holographic projections shifted, nodes pulsed, and Nova's adaptive algorithms worked faster than human eyes could follow. The operator reacted, their intrusion strategies shifting in real time, attempting to anticipate false vulnerabilities in decoy nodes. Amid the chaos, a subtle, unexpected signal appeared. A citywide public alert system began broadcasting false emergency notifications. Panic began to spread in certain districts. Draven's communicator lit up with reports of civilians confused, traffic jams forming, and emergency services overextended. Alara's heart pounded. Nova, override public alert system immediately. Feed a controlled countermessage to stabilize civilian perception. Override complete. Probability of mass panic mitigated 89%. Continued monitoring required for secondary panic nodes, Nova replied. Even with success, Alara knew the operator had achieved something. They had forced the team to react on multiple fronts, testing priorities, adaptability, and ethical decision making under pressure. The psychological component was escalating as fast as the technical challenge. Suddenly, a notification appeared on her console, a pattern emerging from the operator's network activity. It wasn't just attacks anymore. It was a subtle, layered message embedded in network nodes, a warning and a taunt. Observe, adapt, survive. But the shadows you chase are only reflections of your own choices. Craven read over her shoulder. They're playing with us, testing not just our skills, but our morality. Every choice has consequences, and we're walking a tightrope above a city that doesn't even know it's in danger. Alara's jaw tightened. Then we need to anticipate the shadows, predict the reflections, and stay ahead, because if we fall behind, the consequences will be catastrophic. Hours passed. The city's network stabilized under Nova's adaptive strategies, and critical nodes remained functional. Yet the team knew this was only a temporary reprieve. The operator had demonstrated reach, cunning, and an understanding of human behavior that made every future move unpredictable. Alara exhaled, exhaustion pressing on her like a physical weight. We survived this round, she said, voice low but resolute. But the operator isn't finished. They never are. And the shadows in the network? They're just the beginning. Nova pulsed beside her, a subtle, reassuring heartbeat. Affirmative. Operator continues to adapt. Probability of escalation within 24 hours, 92%. Recommend full operational readiness and ethical decision simulations for all team members. Draven glanced at her, expression hardening. We'll be ready. No matter what comes next, we adapt, we survive, and we protect the city. That's our priority. Alara nodded, determination solidifying. Then let's ensure the operator never sees the cracks in our resolve. Shadows may be in the network, but the light of our strategy will hold them back. For now. As the night deepened and the city above remained unaware, Sublevel 7 remained a fortress of human ingenuity and artificial intelligence working in unison. Yet the operator's presence lingered in the system, a calculated, unseen threat, waiting for the next move, the next misstep, the next test. And Alara knew, with a chilling certainty, that the next confrontation would be far more personal, far more dangerous, and far more consequential than anything yet faced.